to the illusion. The body's nice, it's a good instrument, but it is not the end of my existence when it drops. My existence really has nothing at all to do with the body other than I can recognize that existence through the instrument of the body and the idea of other. Because many people will say, like, awareness is aware of itself and all of this, but think, even intellectually, like Maharaj always says, even if you think intellectually, if it's one and there's nothing else, there's no way for anything that's one, that's everything, to even know it exists, because there's nothing other than it. You wouldn't know what you look like unless you have a mirror. So selfless self, creating these images and these idea and belief of other, and believing in that idea and belief in other, then can experience that sense of presence and know that sense of presence as itself, as the knowing. And that's when the little bell goes off, and it's like, oh, so that I. And then the next thing with mantra, 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 mantra. You know, once selfless self begins to know itself and desires to seek only itself, a quote guru or teacher will appear in your experience, and you'll go to that guru or teacher who is your selfless self, and that selfless self will say, this is how you get rid of the old ideas and come to your own self without qualities. Use this mantra in every experience to slowly, silently, and permanently erase these ideas that you've built over what you've called the span of this body life. And then once these ideas and concepts are slowly but silently erased, then the mind becomes a very clear mirror for selfless self to see itself and see the recognition and the projection and know, oh yeah, this body's not needed. And then, like I said, the clawing, the clinging, the striving, the struggling, the rat race of mind and body just ceases. Not in a physical sense. In a physical sense, you still do your activities, and all the activities are being done as they're being done. But there's no longer the idea that when this body ceases, I cease. There's a knowing that this beingness was here prior to body, and this beingness will be here after body, because all this beingness is appearing on the spontaneous presence that is the selfless self. The beingness is just you, your ideas and beliefs about yourself, the I am, so to speak. The I am needs, I guess that's when, whoops, my mind was recently, oh, here we go, hold on. I guess that's when the I am drops away. I today found this article, the Maha Mantra of Maharaj. Have you seen it? Not totally clear if Nisargadatta composed it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen it or not. But yes, that I am, when Maharaj says from the absolute state, it does not need I am, that's what I'm trying to explain as the stranglehold on the beingness is released. You, the selfless self, engraving the reality on the screen of mind and reflecting the recognition and the projection and knowing I do not need this body to exist. This body I am not. Again, it's the same, going into the deep sleep, the sleep and the waking state. It's the same kind, here you are, you fall asleep. Now you're dreaming. Now you're in deep sleep. Now you're waking. But you continued throughout this whole thing. You came from one side to the other. You didn't like disappear and then just appear on the other side. You were continuous. All these states appeared upon that presence. Now, if you think the same way, birth, the life, death, all these states appeared upon your spontaneous presence. The dream character. When selfless self wakes up, everything's gone. When you wake up from a dream, everything's gone. There never was anything. Like Maharaj says, everything came out of nothing, Everything dissolves within nothing. In between, there appears to be something. John, Kathleen, Trish, Keith, Elaine. But that something goes back to nothing because it was always nothing. There was just an appearance of something in nothing. And that appearance was there. These body forms were created, and selfless self used the body as an instrument to know itself. That's it. That's your soul, if you want to call purpose in life, is to know yourself in a real sense.